Hey, I'm going to break one of my own rules, like you've never done it. I normally don't like to video while I'm in my pickup truck. However, I'm on my way home. Let's see, it's about 11-hour day. Horrible day. However, I was able to get through the majority of that horrific route today with my cheat sheets. So, I mean, that was a blessing. But without getting into details, work is hell. It really is. And I was just thinking of the verse in Ecclesiastes. I love Ecclesiastes, where it said the day of one's death is better than the day of one's birth. And that is very true. And it's not being, depressing or negative or whatever. When you're born into this garbage dump that we're born into, this hell that we're born into. This is a wicked world, and we're living in what the Bible calls perilous times. And I never imagined, we always thought perilous times, there'd be like vampires, and there'd be, people running around chopping people. I don't know. I mean, movie stuff. No, the perilous times that we're living in is you go to work and it's, you feel like hell before you get home. And you got to go back the next day and you go through hell again. And you go back the next day and and it's just day-to-day life in traffic where it's a nightmare just trying to get home or trying to get to work. And, the chariots shall jostle one against another in the broad ways as you seem like torches, and they're jostling, and they're riding on your butt, and they're cutting you off, and it's perilous, horrific times. It just really is, and it's obvious, and it's going to get worse. But the day of one's death, or the rapture, when we get out of here, we always think of death as a negative thing, but if you're saved, we've got something to really look forward to on so many levels. All this junk is going to pass away in an instant. Whether the Lord takes you, or the rapture takes place in a moment, all the hell that you have to deal with in life is done. Now, you can't end it yourself. That's breaking the rules. And I think, I've had a few friends do that. And I think if you do that, you simply realize what a huge mistake you made, and the people you've messed up, and the opportunities you absolutely ruined, and you wind up in just a worse state. You go from a bad situation to worse because you did it wrong. But if you let the Lord do it His own way, in His own timing, or the rapture, obviously, all of your problems get fixed in a moment. The day of one's death is better than the day of one's birth. Solomon nailed it. And it's not negative if you're saved, if you're born again, you know where you're going. The older you get, some of you, if you're like in your 50s, 60s, 70s, etc., you're appreciating more than ever the glorified new body you're going to get. You're appreciating that. Your teeth, your eyes, your ears, your knees, your joints. I mean, you can't even exercise like you used to like to do because you wear out your rotator cuffs or whatnot, or you pull a muscle. This isn't supposed to be a negative message, but it's reality. And we need to remember, we need to have a vertical view. Not on the things of this earth and this life, but on the things in the hereafter, the things that are above, looking unto Christ above, You got to keep the focus on that stuff, or this life will drive you crazy. It'll drive you insane. And I'll admit, today some of the stuff I had to deal with, driving up onto the route, I'm just like, you got to keep yourself sane. You don't go crazy. You got to, you're not part of the world. You got the mind of Christ. You got to keep it together. You can't let this get to you, because you just sometimes feel like, things are just like you're going to go nuts. The world will just drive you nuts. And you're supposed to have the mind of Christ. You're supposed to have the advantage that others don't have. And just remembering that pulls you back. And you're like, no, just be cool. Just keep it cool. The Lord's got this. And the day is approaching. It could be tomorrow. It could be tonight. The Lord comes back. Just chill out. Remember what you got coming. So, I know this was kind of a scatterbrain thing, but just this has been one of those days, and I thought, I'm just gonna talk with my friends on our YouTube channel. So, yes, I broke the rules. I shouldn't have done this.